We'll be going through the Power BI interface and we'll be working on Power Query. That's bringing in our data set and cleaning. So in data analytics, there's something you call ETL. That's extract, transform, and load. So extraction is getting data from your data source or connecting your business intelligence tool or whatever tool you're using to the data source, either connecting to Excel or connecting to BigQuery or whichever one. Then transform is basically cleaning your data, and L, that's load, is loading the data and then creating visuals on it. So since we already have Power BI installed on our system, I'll just first of all go through the whole interface to explain some basic things that we'll need and like some important tools that we mostly use as data analysts. So anyone that is looking more complex might not go deep into that. It's basically more advanced and they are not usually used. So first of all, we'll start with file. All these options here. We have the file where you can open a new report, save, share, get data, import, export, and so on and so forth. So the most things you will need here is just opening a new report or saving. We don't really go through this route when we want to get data or import or export. Or we can export as like PDF. Or maybe when you want to change your options or adjust a particular settings, but it's not usually needed. So we have like this ribbon that is controlled by the keys above.
Hello,
So
good
this
evening. Can
ribbon,
anyone hear
can you
me?
hear
I
me?
can't hear anything. Oh.
Who is speaking? We can, I can hear you. Let me chat. So as I was saying, I'll go back. So we have the ribbon. This ribbon contains and is controlled by the keys above. So the first one is the home, where you can get data from. This is where we connect to our data sources. And they've already listed um the common sources that people connect to, analysts connect to, like Excel, which is very common. SQL Server, like your Postgres, your MySQL, MongoDB or BigQuery, and so on and so forth. Then data flows. Data flows is also like another arm of Power BI service. We connect that to, but it's not usually for beginners. It's until you start working with Power BI service before you will need that. You can also connect to the web when you want to connect to pages or sites. So when you're doing like this, is it beauty? So they call it when you're extracting data from the website or extracting tables or connecting to Google Sheets or an Excel online file. We use web and we mostly use web and Excel workbook. Then you can always click more. There are so many other add-ons that we've created to make it easier for analysts to connect to data sources. You can see a few of them here, and you can always search for them. Or some like BigQuery, you can just search for it and double click on the one you want, and you see them there. You can connect to a folder. What we'll be doing today, we'll be connecting to 3 different sources today. We'll be connecting to Excel, we'll be connecting to text or CSV, and we'll be connecting to, sorry, 4 different sources: Excel, text or CSV, XML, and folder. So that's for that. So these ones are also the ones you can connect to, or you can create data by yourself on Power BI. So you just create um a column here, add on that column, and you can insert whatever figures you want or whatever data you want. So this if you are creating manually and you load it as a table, then you can always check it on your tables here. Okay, so loading. Please let me know if I'm clear and if you understand. If you have any questions, please you can use the answer. I can see it. So this is one of the table we just created. So you can also connect to recent sources. These are some sources that are connected to recently. So it's easier for you instead of going through the long routes. Then we have the transform data. This is when you want to use your Power Query. I'm sure we're all familiar with Power Query from Excel. So we've been working more on this today. And this is refresh when you want to refresh the old data, all your data sources, like refreshing for the latest or live data or the latest data. Let's say it's a new day, so tomorrow I want to refresh today's data set. And today's data, this is when we click on to refresh. We can see our charts here. This is where you select whatever charts you want to make use of, select what you want to put on the charts, and so on and so forth. So we have various charts here. We have slicers, we have pie charts, we have the maps that we can use. So we'll still go into this one like later into the class. So you have new visuals. You can also search for new visuals on Microsoft. There are people that create visuals based on like the organizations they're working in or things people really just like to use or KPI visuals for HR analytics and so on. So if you are someone who likes to explore, if there's any point where you can't hear me, please let me know. So if you are someone who likes to explore, you can always go there. So we have new measures. This is when you want to create a new DAX. Quick measure is when you are using like AI to create a formula or a DAX. Then publish. This is how, yeah. So for publish, this is how you publish to Power BI service. When you're done with your report and you finish saving it, you publish to the service, then you share the link for others to see and interact with. Then we have the insert. This is for inserting a new page. So most times we just insert a new page from here. We don't really play with this. So insert or insert a new visual or Q&A. So we don't really use all these. All these are more advanced, except for when you're designing and you want to make use of the elements. So you can insert text box and type what you want and change the change the fonts, change the size, change the color, and so on and so forth. So that's for text box. You can always insert buttons, insert shapes, images, and so on. But that's mostly for designing. So when we get to building dashboards, we're making use of those. Then we have the data modeling. This is for, like I said, for creating either relationships or measures. We can know this new measure that we can see is also in the home tab. So they're here again. You want to create new columns. When you're working with new columns and new tables, it will be on this table view. So here you can always come here and create a new column. You see it added a new column. So there's nothing I'm really doing with this, so I won't just go further with that. Then what was I? I was in insert. Yeah. So all these ones are they are not we don't really use them except for like when we want to limit view. So for manage roles and viewers, let's say we are in an organization and we have hierarchy and the top management is able to view all the pages on the reports, but like they are low level staff that are supposed to just view, let's say, the overview reports. This is where we manage it. So we limit their roles. We have to create, it's a long process, create tables and insert emails, then limit it here, limit the pages here. We don't really need that. So there's view. This is when you want to customize the whole page, create your own design or your own theme per se. Or this when you are using this theme, it makes your design more limited. It doesn't really give you flexibility to design as you wish or design based on the reports you are creating. Let's say you're creating a report for Coca-Cola. It's going to be very hard for you to find a theme that really fits into like Coca-Cola's theme. Coca-Cola is like mostly red and black. So it'd be hard for you to. So unless you're a very creative, if you're a very creative person and you like to bring in your own images and so on and so forth, this would limit you. So we don't really use this. So yeah, there's this. Then this show panes controls what we have here. This filter, build, data. So if it controls what shows here. So if I unselect this, it removes from that side. So what we do is mostly we just select everything. So it's easier to always select it from the right side of your screen rather than always coming to the view tab. So now you know that you have everything. You can always view your data and view the tables here. You can always view the visuals that you want instead of going all the way to home and now selecting the drop down and so on and so forth. You can always just come here and pick the visual that you want. You can create bookmarks and so on and so forth. Then we have the optimize. So the rest of the ribbon are not really, I think this is, how do I know it? The rest of the ribbon are not what we usually use. Pause, refresh visuals, help. So these are just extra. This is mostly used for when you're designing. When you're designing, bringing a visual backward, a text forward, or aligning or grouping. Then edit interactions, that will come in when we are discussing sliders. That's when we are building our reports and start working on sliders. We'll work with edit interactions. That limits what your slider controls. So we'll talk more about that, let's say in the third or fourth class. So yeah, let's talk about what we have on the left side of the report. We have the reports view, the table view, and the model view. Then the dark square view. But this dark square view is a new feature. I think it was brought in maybe mid last year. I can't recall, but we don't really use it, or I don't really use it. So the first one is the reports view, where you have your dashboard. So we have dashboards and the different pages for your dashboards where you create your reports. Then we have the table view where you can view all the contents of your table. So let me know if you're understanding me. Where you can view all the contents of your table, adjust the columns, create columns. So anytime you move to the table view, it automatically brings in new tabs like the table tools and the column tools, where you can create new columns or bring in new tables is for new columns, or you can group your data or sort by and so on and so forth, or you can change the data type. So that's as we move into the class, we'll discuss those ones. Then we have the model view where you can do your data modeling and create relationships between two tables. So here we'll talk about the fact table and the dimension table and joining tables together, building relationships, which one controls which one do we use for our filters and so on and so forth. So yeah, we have that. Let me create a new report so that we can start the Power Query class proper. I hope you all understand. Because I need feedback, so I know we
Yeah.
are following.
Yes, from my end, I'm good.
Um,
Yes, from my end, I'm good.
All right, so this is going to be a practical class, so we can all switch on our Power BI desktop, and we're going to connect to our data sources. We are first going to connect to the different sources. I'll show you how to connect to all the different sources now. Let everybody put on their Power BI desktop and let's follow class or follow the practical. So first of all, we'll be connecting to CSV, the text slash CSV. So what we want to do is go to get data. Either we come here, but here there's no CSV. We only have Excel, SQL, paste data, and use sample data. Or you can get data from another source. So we're mostly used to this. So we'll go to get data. We'll go to more. Then we'll go to text slash CSV. So either you double click or you click connect. So I remember telling you guys to save your data set in a particular folder or somewhere you can easily access it. So mine is on desktop. So you go to data sets. So for this one, we are going to be connecting our sales data. So double click on sales data and you select the first one. This is a CSV file. CSV is comma separated values. It's similar to a normal Excel file, just that it has, how do I explain it? It's the, if you look at the this code file or the source code, it's separated by commas or something, and it also has limitations. You can't really build some major, well, it's limited compared to what you have on Excel sheet, and it is always lighter than an Excel file. So we are connecting to the 2023 sales. So we are connecting the 2023 sales, and here we have a sample view of what we are connecting to. The sample view of what we are connecting to. There's a part that says data type detection. So normally Power BI detects what data type you have on your data based on either first 2,000 rows or your entire data set. And so you can just leave this one and adjust it later, or just leave it as it is. Then go to transform data. I usually advise to always go to transform data to do proper cleaning, or just to check if your data is correct and if everything is accurate. So when we click on transform data, it's open the Power Query editor. So this is similar to what we have on Excel, just that I think there are some features here on this Power Query that are not on the Excel Power Query. So we can see, sorry, this. We can see all the columns in the table. There are about 12 columns here. So has anybody been able to connect and get to this point? Please, feedback is important. So I know we are following the class. I know everybody is there.
No, please. I don't think I have that data with me. This particular data.
Data sets. Did you
Yeah.
download the
Yes,
file
please. I'm
right?
also just downloading it. I'm also just downloading it, please. And I think you're a little bit too fast, please.
Okay.
I'm just downloading those documents. I don't know if you can be patient with us, for those that are just downloading it, please, so that we can follow through as well.
Okay, so we'll just wait for you guys. Is there any other person that has either one or two questions, or is finding it difficult to download? Or is there anybody that has downloaded the data or like that's opened it?
Okay, for me, I feel that
feedback is important.
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you are going too fast. And then I'm having challenges with putting my Teams and my Power BI side to side, because that's the only way I can follow what you are doing. And then maybe you need to carry us along the way you are doing. If you actually want us to like maybe go with your flow, so you need to like tell us, okay, click on this, import this, so that we can follow you side by side. But the speed is quite, but if I'm unable to put it side by side, there's no way I can be watching what you are doing and then also working on my. So I don't know why it's like that. If it's Excel, you can put Teams in one side and then put Excel on one side. But this Power BI, I don't know, it cannot allow me to divide the screen into two. So I don't know, maybe it's only peculiar to me or everybody else, because that's the only way I'll be able to know what to.
I think it's yours because I'm able to do it on my end.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just wait for everybody to download the data set so we can move together.
Yeah, please.
But is there
Are the files zipped?
no, the file I told you to download is not zipped.
All these ones I'm seeing here that I downloaded from the drive directly, and I'm seeing zipped. Yeah,
Let me stop sharing.
I've
so you
downloaded
can
the
share
3
your
now.
screen. Can you share your
I should
screen?
share my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
I will do that very soon. Just hold on, please. Yeah, can you see my screen?
It's loading. Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, can you see where I'm holding on? These 3: sales data, product data, customer data. They are zips actually.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the way it
extract
is
them.
on my own too.
I
Okay,
don't know why
it's
it's
not
like
that.
that. Just extract it.
All right. Extract files, right? Or EA.
Yeah, extract here. You can extract it to your download. So it's easier to view.
Okay. All right, so I should extract the 3, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Get a third one now. Okay, I've gotten them down. Thank you. They're all on my desktop now. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you. So try to connect. Go to your Power BI.
Yeah, I'll save them. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly save them in one folder.
Okay.
I can stop sharing now, right?
Yeah. So do you know how to connect from your Power BI?
I don't know yet, but let me just quickly save it. Please. Index here. Okay.
Please, if there's anyone else that is having any issue, please just type it in the chats.
All
Okay.
right, so
You can open your Power BI desktop now.
yes, okay. All right. Can you see it? Hello, can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes, I can.
So
Go
how do
to
I
get
connect?
data.
Okay.
Get data.
More, right?
Get data. Yes, more.
Okay.
Then text stroke CSV. You're working with a CSV file.
Okay, text field. Then what next?
Double click it or
The
click
connect, right?
connect. Yeah.
Okay. So which particular one?
We're connecting to the the sales data, 2023 sales. Go back to Power BI. The data is on your desktop now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it customer or products?
Sales data.
Sorry, the network is lagging. Sorry. Is it customer or sales?
Sales data.
Okay. The 2023 sales, right?
Yes.
Open, right?
Sorry, please. I didn't. I lost. I was lost there. Where are we to press? What icon?
From
Have
where
you opened your
exactly?
Power
Like
BI
where are you?
desktop?
What?
Click transform data. Have you opened your desktop app?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
I'm talking to
Okay.
let me
Okay,
see.
sorry.
Yeah, you can go ahead and click transform data, Emmanuel.
Transform data.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please expand your
Yeah.
Power Query editor. Expand
All right.
the page. Yeah, so this is where
Is
we
it
are.
better?
Let me see. Yes,
Okay.
please, thank you. You can stop sharing your screen.
Should
MC, where
I?
are you?
Okay, can
This is where we
I
are.
close this?
You can
Can
stop.
I okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Let me
asking, what
stop.
was the first place you asked us to click on?
Get data. Where are you?
Okay, get data. Okay.
Yes. Then click more. I think I'll just show it again so that everybody else that is unable to speak can just. So you go to get data. Go to more. Then we're using text or CSV. That's comma separated values, because the file we're working with is a CSV file, not an Excel file. So click connect. So I'm going to where my data sources. We're using sales data for now. Then 2023
You're not sharing
sales.
your screen. You're not sharing
I'm
your
not
screen.
sharing my
Can't see your
screen.
screen.
Yes, sorry. Again. So get data, then more, then text stroke CSV, because we're working with a CSV file. Emmanuel, is your hand still up? Then we are connecting. I'm going to the source of my data, which is on my desktop. I'm opening the folders for where my data sources. And we're working with 2023 sales. So we're just transforming data so we can pull our data properly. So this is where we are now. Is everybody on the same page now?
Yes.
Okay. Other people are not
Sorry,
talking.
you
I hope
said
we are following.
customer data, right? Not sales data. Customer
Sales data. Sales
sales
data.
data. Okay.
Okay now. So I'm just going to explain what we have here too. I'm going to explain what we have here on the ribbon. So let's pay attention I'll try and be slow as possible. But please, if I'm moving too fast and if there's something you don't understand, please call my attention to it. Okay. So we have our Power Query editor, and I said earlier that it has more tools or more features or functions compared to the Power Query editor in Excel. They are the same thing, but the one on Power BI just has more features. So this is also the ribbon. This is the ribbon everywhere. We have the Home tab. Here we have the close and apply. Close and apply is used when we are done cleaning our data. When I say cleaning, I mean like that's the transformation part of the ETL process. ETL is extraction, transformation, and load. We just extracted. That's extraction is when we connected to our data source. That's this 2023 is the transformation process is what we are doing now. That's cleaning the data. So when we are done cleaning the data, most times we just click close and apply. Then if you want to connect to a new source while you're still working on your Power Query, you can just come down here. The same thing that you have on that get data is what you have here. Click more, connect to various data sources. I hope you understand me. Then recent sources, enter data is the same
Sorry,
thing
I
as
cannot.
entering.
I cannot.
You
Your
cannot see
screen
my
is
screen.
static. I cannot even see your cursor.
Can you see my cursor now?
Okay, yeah, I can see your cursor now.
Yes,
So,
I'm
okay, that
still
new
on the
source,
same.
and then,
Yeah, I'm still on the same part of
okay,
the
then
tab.
more, right?
That's why. I'd not say she click anything though. Should be you've already entered this place now.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get what you're doing. So, if you said if you want to enter, like get into another data while we are still doing this, right?
Yes, the same process. Well, we have it here, the function here, new source, either from your Excel web, but if it is not here, then you can click more. But here you already have
Okay.
text or
Okay.
CSV. So let's say we want to bring in the second part of
Okay.
the sales data. So let's try to bring in the second part of the sales data just to show you guys. So you go to new source, then you go to text stroke CSV. I hope we're all doing that. Please let me know if we are following. We are following. So from that, you click sales till 2022. We are bringing in sales till 2022. And open. So the same thing is showing you the preview of your data. So you just click OK. It's not going to bring that transform or transform data option because you're already on Power Query. So now you have the two data sets here. And you can see that these two data sets are similar. Excuse me. These two data sets are similar. So this is for 2023 sales, and this is for all the sales till 2022. So I was explaining what we have on the ribbon earlier. We have the data source settings, which is to either change your data source or connect to a new data source. But you don't really need this for this class. Then we have properties, advanced editor. I mostly use this when I'm making changes to my reports manually, but we don't need it for the purpose of this class. Columns. So we're going to work with 2023 sales data as a sample. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Okay.
So when hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. So when I clicked on the text stroke CSV, then I clicked on the sales till 2022. So in that particular page, there's no transform data there. It's just okay.
Yes, I explained
there.
before.
So
Yes. I explained before that since you're already on Power Query, there's no need for that again. it comes into where you're supposed to transform. That's the Power Query editor. So there's no need to click transform data, or there's no need for the option again since you're already here. Do you understand?
All right.
You just click
All
OK.
right. Thank you very much.
Is everybody
Thank
else
you.
on the same page?
Mine is
everybody else on the
different.
same page?
What I have here,
Okay.
what I have here doesn't have what yours have, like where you have valid, error, and empty. My own doesn't have that, but it has the order line. It has the order line, barcode value, order date, ship date, but it doesn't have. It's not the same like yours.
It doesn't have what?
Doesn't have this valid, error, and empty, where you have valid 100% error.
Yeah, sorry, we'll still get there. This is what I've been using, so I changed it in my, I added it in my settings. We'll still get there. Don't worry. We'll get there. So let's pick on the home ribbon or the home tab. We have so I'm working with 2023 sales data. So normally we have apart from the ribbon, we have these queries on the left side of the page.
Sorry, you're not sharing
and
your
this
screen
shows
again.
my screen is still sharing. No, I can see the red line. Can anyone else see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Please try to
I cannot see
rejoin.
it.
You can't see my screen. You cannot see my screen. Can you try to rejoin?
We can
we are
see
still
it
on the
now.
Teams. I'm still on the Teams, but I cannot see your screen.
I'm on. Let me just reshare. Can you see it now?
It's loading. It's loading here.
Okay, let me know when you see it.
Okay, we can see it now.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. All right, thank you. So on the left side of the pane, I hope you can see my cursor well. We have the part that says queries. This is where you have all the data sets that you'll be making use of, all the data sets that you've brought into Power BI. Now we've brought into data sets the 2023 sales and the sales to 2022. So that's for that left pane. It's just for you to view them. Then we have the main part of the pane for you to view all the columns on the table that you've selected. So it's just based on what you select, you can view the columns on it. Then we have the settings part, the query settings, where you have the properties. This place you can change the name. But most times, some of us use shortcuts and we change the names here. We just double click. Let me know if I'm too fast. You just double click as you normally do when you're changing the name of a file to change the name. So I don't want to change it now so that no other person will be confused. Then we have the applied steps. This applied steps is really important when you're working with Power Query. First of all, know that you can't do Control Z on Power Query. You can't undo on Power Query. So when you delete a step, that is like you just have to start again. That's the end. You can't undo. So this is where you have like all the steps. Let's say you delete a column, you change the data type, you add a column, they come here. I'm going to show you a sample now, just for the sake of it. So let's say I want to, what can I do here? Let's say I want to remove, let's say I want to remove this column. this order line column. If I remove it here, it will show on these applied steps. I hope you're all following. So this shows you all the steps that you've carried out as you work on Power Query. If I remove another column, it is inside this step, but you can't see it. So you can only see it when you go to your advanced editor. But you don't need this. Here you can now see, oh, you removed order line and order ID. But this is like way more complex, so you don't need it. So the only way you can undo is if you delete that step. So I've deleted it now. You can see that both order line and order ID are back. So you really have to be careful when you are transforming your data. So that's what you have to apply steps. So you can also rename the steps, delete the steps, and so on and so forth. You can always rename, delete, and so on. What do we have next? So we have choose columns, remove columns. So here you can choose a particular column that you want. When you're working with this 2023 sales, let's say you want to choose just the order line and order dates. Please let me know if we're all following or if we're all doing the same thing. Let's try to choose just order line and order dates. This will remove all the other columns that have been unselected. So only the ones that have the green check mark will remain on this table. So when we click OK, you can only see those two columns. Do you understand? So if I want to go back to the previous step or remove what I just did, I click this cancel, this delete icon on the remove other columns to go back to the previous form it was. So you can choose columns, or let's say you have a table that has more than 50 columns, like a very large data, you're working with a big data. You have to select go to column, then select the column you want to go. Am I too fast? Hello?
Yeah, please, where are we choosing columns, please? Because I think my network
I'm on the home tab.
I'm not even, your cursor has just been on the spot on my screen there.
Okay, I'm on the home tab. We're still on the home tab under manage columns. Can you see it?
You know what?
Can you see my cursor now?
It's actually lagging. I think it's my network. So.
Okay, on the home tab, you have
to log out and log in again.
Can you just look through the home tab? When you go to home, just keep like looking to the right. You see choose columns. After close and apply, new source, recent sources, enter data. Okay. So when you select choose columns, yeah, you just select the columns that you need. So I selected order line and order dates just for sample, and I clicked OK. So now we have just two columns that are showing. So if you want to undo that or go back to the previous format I used, I click this, I delete this applied steps, the last part of the applied steps, and we have all our columns back. So that's the only way we can undo per se. So there's nothing like Control Z or undo on Power Query. So I was explaining earlier that if you have a very large amount of columns and you don't want to keep scrolling, you can just go to choose columns and go to column. Then you can go select the column you want to go to. So here we're going to profits and click OK. So you can see we've gone to the last column. So we have remove columns. So instead of choosing columns, you have, let's say you have a very large number of columns and you just want to remove one column. Select remove columns. The one that you consider profit has gone because my cursor was on profit. Let's say I want to remove order ID. I select other ID. Let me remove this for people that don't have it. We'll come back here later. So let's say I want to remove other ID. I'll select remove columns and other ID is no longer there. But if I only want other ID to remain, I'll select remove other columns. So everything else will be gone except other ID column. So we have keep rows. So for this keep rows is if you want to keep certain number of rows, or we have remove rows, if you want to remove duplicates from that particular, or remove errors and so on and so forth. So since I'm still sharing my screen, I want to show you something from this data. Hold on. So we have desktop data sets. I'm just showing you so you can understand that remove rows part. When you go to your 2023 sales data, if you skip to the last part, 2023, I think that's customer sales. Let me see. Okay. When you open your sales till 2022. You open sales till 2022 to bring up an option. Please just click don't convert. If you skip to the last line, you see this asterisk with this file ends here. That's not a number. On Power Query, this is saved as a number data type. So we have text here. So it's going to come up as an error when you load your data. So let me just show you. I'm not saying we should do this. I just want to show you as a sample. So if let me unload this one. If I close and apply this for it to load, I'll probably get an error here. So you can just see it. So you can see there's an error in this. One of the loaded queries contain error. You can see what query has an error. So you go to view error. I just want to explain why we need to clean data. So you can see the error from this line, row number 7952. I go back to that sales data. Let me show you the line. Don't convert. So it has skipped 1 year because of the header. On Power BI, the header does not have a number. So number 1 starts from number 1 here. That's why it's 7952 here. You can see that the error is because of this text here. So let's just delete that. I'm just showing you why or how we can use this remove rows. So if I want to remove that particular row, I'll go to remove rows on the home tab, and I'll go to remove bottom rows. So I want to remove that row that contains that text. So under remove bottom rows, we are going to count the number of rows from the bottom that we want to remove. And it's just one row that we want to remove. We cannot practice this. Let me know if I'm too fast or if I should wait for you guys. So on sales till 2022, go to your home tab, go to remove rows, and select remove bottom rows. So we're counting the number of rows that we want to remove from the bottom, and it's just one row that has the error. So I'll click 1 from the bottom. That's where our text is. When I click OK, that row will be removed. Obviously, we can't view it here unless we start scrolling down. It's a long way to go. So we already know where that text is. So just be rest assured. So another thing that we can do here is split column. Oh, sort. There's sort. If you want to sort from ascending or descending, so we have our order line. Can sort this from Z to A. That's by number. So you can see starting from 7951 down to 1. You get. So we can do that. Most of these options that we have on the ribbon, we can always use them on by just right clicking. Either by just right clicking or selecting this drop down button. Here we can see sort ascending, sort descending, number filters. Remove, let's say greater than 1, greater than 2, and so on and so forth. This you're familiar with this using like Excel. If you want to change data type, you select this icon here, this 1, 2, 3 or ABC or dates icon. We'll talk about that when we're done discussing the ribbon. So we have split column. So let's try with other ID. This one, I want everybody to practice the split column because we usually use it. And when we are doing data cleaning, it's like usually common. So let's put our cursor on other ID. So let me know if you are following. Put your cursor on other ID on sales 2022. On sales 2022. Please let me know if you are following.
Yes, we are.
Okay, on sales 2022, put your cursor on other ID and select split by delimiter. It's same thing as column to width on what's this function on Excel? On this text to columns. It's the same thing as the text to column function on your Excel. When you're either splitting your dates or splitting text. So we have it on Power Query. So when you select by delimiter, what is our delimiter? Delimiters are like the same, what do I call it? Is it text? Sorry. The unique thing that divides the text or the numbers or whatever. And here we have the hyphen. That's what is dividing each text or each number, or that's what is dividing the text from the number. And that is what is unique throughout. And Power BI has even brought it out here. So we already have hyphen. So you don't even need to put it here. But if it does not bring it out, normally you can put it by yourself. Or you can select it here if it's any of this, but it's not here. So you just select custom and hyphen, but hyphen is already there. And we're supposed to split at here. We want to split each of them because there are two occurrences here. We have after the first two letters, that's OF, and we have the year, then we have the number or other ID. So you want to split at each occurrence of the delimiter. And what we do here, when we select this, it's going to split this particular column into 3. So one of them is going to have this off, off, off. One of them is going to have the year, and the last one will have the last 6 numbers. So we click OK. Let me know if you have the same thing on your end. So we have 3 columns now, this, and this. Do we have the same thing? Hello?
No, please, can you go back to where the hyphen
So
get
where
the hyphen where the dash is after the custom?
when you select other ID, go to split column, then by delimiter. Power BI has already identified the delimiter here, and that's the hyphen. So unless it does not identify it, then maybe it's a slash that's there, you put in a slash. If it's space that's there, you type in space, or you select space from here. But since it's not in any of these options, just select custom and the hyphen. And we are splitting at each occurrence, so we can get the 3 parts that it was split into here. That's before the first hyphen, between the 2 hyphens, and after the last hyphen. So it's based on what you want, really. If you want the one from the left, you select leftmost limit and so on and so forth. But we want the 3. So you click OK. So now we have the 3 of them of the year and the last 6 numbers. Do you understand? Is this what you have?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So that's just to explain that. So we can delete that. You can even see there's a new apply step here. That's change type. Power BI has already changed the type. The first one is text, second one is number, third one is number. But we don't need all this one. So you can just delete the change type, delete the split column, and leave it at removed bottom rows. So we
Hello?
have that then. Yeah.
Yeah, the figures are italized. Oh, I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, said italized.
Yes, the figures are italized. They are in
Which figures
italics.
can you? Let me stop sharing so you can share your screen.
And I mean, the off is normal, but the figures, all the year and the other numbers are italized. I'm asking if other people have that, or it's just me. Hello, IMC, do you have that? Can anyone hear me?
It doesn't look italized here.
All right, I just wanted to confirm if
Maybe it's your
somebody
font.
has.
Yeah. Maybe it's your font. Well, so far it's not showing error, right? It's not showing error. What's the data type there on this icon? Is it 1, 2, 3? Can you hear me?
You see my screen
Okay.
now?
Are you still sharing your screen? If it is italized, you can just leave it. So far it's not showing up any error. Maybe it's your font.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So let's continue. So we maximize our time use. So we have group by, we have replace values. Replace values is, let's say there's an error in the text, or we just want to rename a text. That's when we can use replace values. Let me just show you a sample. So let's say we want to change the standard class to, I want to change class to course. So select ship mode, then you go to replace values. You click class, so you type class and you change it to course. Hope we are following. So it's the same thing as find and replace on Excel. So we are selecting ship mode, we are selecting replace values under home. Then we're typing value to find class and replace with course. You can see that it has changed. Everything that was standard class before is now standard course. First class is now first course, and so on and so forth. So, but we don't need that. So just delete that step just for the purpose of showing you. So now we're going to try to append queries. This one we're going to leave that setting. So first of all, let's rename these 2 tables. The first one is 2023 sales. Let's just name it 2023. The second one is sales till 2022. Open out to rename. So you either rename from the properties part of the settings and type the name there, or you double click on the table name and you rename it. So the second one, let's name it pre-2022 and leave it like that. So let's not forget, we removed the bottom rows for that pre-2022. But 2023 is all right. Hope we are following. So now we want to append. So there are two ways of joining data. Pre-2022. Pre-2022.
Okay. Then did you change that 2023 as well? Because I'm seeing only 2023 there now.
Yeah, just 2023.
Okay.
Just 2023 and pre-2022. Yeah, so there are two ways of combining data. These data are the same. These two are the same. And we want to combine them. But we don't want to, how do I put it? There are two ways of combining data in Power Query or in Excel or in any way, even on SQL. I'm sure we've heard of joins, left outer join, right outer join, full join when we are doing SQL. I don't know if we started SQL. So here we are joining these two data, but we are appending. Appending is when you're adding rows. So maybe you can just put somewhere. Appending is when you're adding rows to a table. So you're adding two tables together, but row by row, adding it by rows. You're not expanding it, you're just increasing the number of rows. But merging is when you're joining two tables together and you're adding them as columns. So I'll talk on merging later when we're working with another data set. But here I want to append so I can show you. But before we append, let's talk about these data types. Before you append, you have to make sure these data types are right. We have the integer or the numbers, we have the text, we have the dates. Yeah, there are some that always come with location and so on and so forth. So you have to know which data type you're supposed to use. So for this first one, we have order line. Normally it is obviously shown as numbers, but this is not the type of data that we're supposed to be summarizing. We're supposed to be summing or aggregating. So it's supposed to be text, because when we put it on a bar chart, it's going to sum it up and bring out millions or multiple figures, whereas it's supposed to be like an identifier. So you see that each of these numbers are unique to the order ID or the orders that we created. So it's more like an order number per se, not like something that you have to sum. So we have to change this to text. So change your order line to text. And when this comes up, you can say add new step. So you can see it in your new applied steps, change type 1. So we are changing order line to text. We're also changing barcode value because normally you don't sum up barcode. Change your barcode value to text. So we've changed 2 columns to text now, order line and barcode value. How did I change it to text? If there's anybody wondering, just select this icon beside it, this either number icon or whatever icon is there. Just select it and look for the data type you should have and select text. So the rest of them are okay. Text. Sales, obviously you'll be adding sales, you'll be adding quantity, discounts, and so on. So those ones are fine. Then go to pre-2022 and do the same. You're changing order line to text. You're changing barcode value to text. So make sure the other ones are okay. So before we continue, Yemisi brought up one setting I had on my Power Query, and that's the data quality. So if you want to make sure there are no errors in your Power Query, or like make sure you know how many empty spaces are there, you go to view. on your ribbon.
Hello, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please. What did you click? That's after you selected that other line to convert it to text. What else did you click?
Select the icon beside it, then select text. Scroll down, select text. That's all. So it
Is it that
brings up
ABC?
an option. Yeah, ABC is text.
Is it that ABC icon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So I want to bring in a settings that allows you to see the data quality. That's to show you if there are errors in the data, if there are empty spaces in the data, and so on. So we come to view, that's beside add column. So you have home, transform, add column, and view. So you come to view and you select column quality. So you can see like valid error, valid data, valid numbers, number of errors, and percentage of empty spaces. So you'll be able to see which one has error here, and you'll be able to fix it. So obviously there are no errors here because we've already removed bottom rows previously. There are no errors here, there are no empty spaces. We are good to go. It's not bad if you have empty spaces, but the major thing is make sure there are no errors. But if there's 100% empty spaces, then obviously there's no need for that column. So you can just remove it. So here too we have 0% empty spaces, 0%
So right,
errors. Yeah.
is this valid error and empty? How did you get it? And what does
Go
it
to
imply,
view.
please?
Go to the view on your ribbon. Then
View,
select
okay.
column quality.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it showing now?
I'm going there to do it now. Yes, it is. It's showing now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So another feature we can use is this column profile. But I usually don't leave it because it's always getting in the way of viewing other things. So I just remove it. So it's not some people use it, but you can just remove it. To be honest, it's not really important. The major thing is just to know the quality of your data. Then we have to before I forget. Let me know if you can hear me. My earpiece went off. I can hear you. I can
We
hear you,
can hear
Bonnie.
you.
Thank you. So we have this formula bar that shows you the formulas of your applied steps, but you don't really need that. You won't use it except you want to manipulate your data. So I said we were going to append our data. So when we are joining data and we are adding rows, we are working with, let's say, like this group now, I give us an assignment to collect data the on the ages of people in Ibadan, and I ask for their name, their phone number, and their ages. I give Yemisi, Emmanuel, Femi, Wakilat, Titi, and I like at the end of the day, we're supposed to compile the data. That is what it is append we are going to use to compile the data. We are going to add them under each other, not side by side. Since they have the same heading, they have the same column names, that's name, phone number, and age. We are going to add them under each other, not side by side. I hope that's very explanatory. So here now we have the same data, just different years. This one is for year 2023, and this one is from 2019 till 2022. So they are the same, they have the same names. So we want to add them together to bring us one data. We're going to append. So now we can either append as new, or we can append to a particular data. So if I select 2023 and I select append queries, it's whatever I have or whatever I bring in, this pre-2022 comes under 2023's data. But that is not usually advisable, because if there's any error in your data, you want to know or you want to fix it, you have to go to the original data. And it's just easier going to the original data. So when you want to append, you append as new. So just select any of them. Go to append, click that drop down, append queries, then append queries as new. I hope you're all following. When you're joining the table together for rows, under rows, we append the tables together. So here you can append some more tables. If Watlat is bringing our own, MC is bringing our own, Emmanuel is bringing his own, Femi is bringing his own, Titi is bringing our own, everybody. We can select 3 or more tables. Here we'll have all the names listed. Each of us listed here. I will bring them here. Add to this, but we're only working with 2 tables now. So just 2023 as first table and second table for 2022. So we'll click OK. And we'll see the new table here. Has everyone done that? This is just Emmanuel and MC are speaking on this group. Hope everybody else is following.
Yes, we are following.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we are
have you guys gotten to this part? Have you gotten to this part?
Yes.
So it might look boring, or it's the designing part that is always interesting. But this is always very important for proper data management. So we've gotten this, and the name here is going to be append 1. We are going to change the name to sales data so that we have a uniform, a proper name. So let's just change sales data. Just change to sales data. So one thing I want us to be very careful with is the name of the columns when we are, sorry for the noise in the background, the name of the columns when we are appending. First of all, we have 12 columns. You can see the number of columns here at this bottom side of the Power Query. We have 12 columns, 99, 999 plus plus and so on, but still 12 columns is the main thing. We have 12 columns for 2023. We have 12 columns for 2022, and they're all the same. If there's a slight difference in the name of the columns, when you append it, it's going to append as an entirely different column. So let me explain what I mean. Let's say 2023 now. This other line, I have it as other lines. And in pre-2022, it is other line that is there. But in 2023, it's other lines that is there. After I append or whatever, it's going to change. You can see other lines here. If I go to the far right, you see other line here. I will now have 13 columns. Do you understand? I don't know if you guys appended, but like there's an entirely new column, and this one is for 2022. So if let me go to sales
Hello?
data.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you saying
Yeah,
something?
please. On my own end, the 2023, the what's it called? Okay, the heading of the first column is other line, no S in the 2023.
Yes, are you following? I just changed it now. I'm explaining something.
Oh, okay. It's both like
Let me
actually identical, right?
Yes, let me explain again. Please listen carefully.
Okay.
Let me explain again. I was saying when you're appending data, the tables you're appending together must have the same data and the same column names. They must have the same column names. If not, when you append them, it will create an entirely different or a separate column from what you have. Here we have for 2023 now, the proper data has 12 columns. Pre-2022 also has 12 columns, and they have the exact same column names and column types. Are you getting me? But if I change, or let's say before I appended, or even after appending, if I change the first one for 2023 to other lines, that slight difference will affect the data I appended. So if I go here now, I can see that I have 13 columns instead of 12. So here now, I have other lines, and you can see the data quality. We have just 20% filled and 80% empty. I have other lines here, and the 13th column is other line, 80% filled, 20% empty. So obviously, you know that one of them is for 2023. If I filter to say, oh, which one is, let me know, which one has the empty, which one has the empty columns, you know, is for 2022, that's 29, Abby. You know, is other line. Which one is I filtered other line, but where is it? Let me know if you understand me. I filtered other line to show the empty columns. For 2022 is one that has other line. 2023 does not have other line. So if I'm showing empty columns for other line, it's going to show 2023's data. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Because 2023 does not have other line, it has other lines. That's why it is now 100% here. Please let me know if you understand me, if it is too complicated. So now we have to correct this. So obviously I have to go back and change these other lines to other line. So if I come back to sales data, everything is okay already. I have 12 columns back. There's no other lines, it's just other line. Do you understand? Please let me know if you understand.
I think I understand what you're saying, but in my own side now, that's sales data. I have 3 columns that are 100% empty.
Which one?
The 3 columns that are 100% empty. As I said, I think I understand what you're saying.
All columns are
So
all columns are empty.
okay, so the column that are empty is number 1 is other ID.1, then other ID.2.
Did you delete? Did you delete?
3.
Did you delete the ones I said you should delete when we're splitting the data? I said you should delete those steps.
Oh no, I didn't delete anything. Which one? Sorry, which one this we should delete, please?
On your 2023, can you call out steps that you have?
Okay, I have other line, other ID.
No, the steps applied steps. The applied steps.
Okay, I have source, promoted header, change type, and change type 1.
Okay. For pre-2022, which one do you have?
2022, I have source, I have promoted headers, I have change type, I have split column by delimiter, and change type 1.
Column. Delete split column.
Okay.
You don't have remove bottom rows. They're supposed to have remove bottom rows.
I've deleted. I think I have.
I don't have that either.
Okay, let me delete it and show you again.
Okay, I already have 3 steps now. I have source, I have promoted headers, and change type.
Okay, normally you should have 2 change types.
There's only 1 change type I have now.
Okay. Can we delete everything till
Till what?
Hold on. You know what? Can you just delete that pretend sensor and bring in the data again? Do you know how to do that?
Yes, I know how to do that.
So delete, right click and delete pre-2022.
Okay.
You have to delete
What
sales.
about me? I have sales till 2022. Should I delete that as well?
Do you have that remove bottom rows?
Remove bottom rows. I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's saying something here that that pre-2022 cannot be
You have to
deleted
delete
because it's
sales
being
data.
referenced.
Yeah.
It is being referenced in sales data. So I don't know. Should I delete
Remove
sales data?
sales data. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
So
deleting
should I
that
take everything
pre-2022
down
now.
and just leave the 2023 and import it
Let me
again?
see. No.
Yeah.
Let me see for your own. Just since you don't have that remove bottom rows, click on other line under that sales till 2022. Click on other line. Go to remove rows, remove bottom row and right one. Okay.
Okay. Sales till
Remove.
2022. I should go to other line.
Select other line.
Okay. Okay, I've
Select
selected the other line.
remove rows. You know what remove
Other
rows is?
line.
Do you know what
Okay,
remove
so
rows is?
No, I don't know where it is.
I explain. I think so that we don't like spend too long doing the same thing. This is something I explained over and over again.
And this
Maybe
we can actually rewatch it and get it. So maybe we
yeah.
need to just continue so
Okay.
that we
yes,
can do it.
So
But
not that we're
what I
already.
just
I've
wanted to
re-imported
say,
it.
Tosin, I
I've
wanted to say that
Yeah.
when you
re-imported
give
it.
us when you give us a task to do, you can just like give us like maybe 5 minutes to be able to do what you ask us to do, because it's not easy to follow up, catch up with you the way you are going. So you may need to pause and give us 5 minutes or maybe 2 minutes for us to actually do it, so that we are not lost.
Okay. Okay. And also you can just let me know so that let me know
So
if you are
please,
still there.
I'm still here.
Yes,
I'm still hanging here.
yeah, I'm listening.
I've actually re-imported the sales till 2022 now. So do I still
Okay.
split it? That
Don't
other
split.
ID, do I
Don't
split it?
split. No, I was just
I should not
showing
split.
you how to split. No, I was
Okay,
just doing it as an example.
okay, but do
Go
I
to other
change
line.
the heading? Do I change the heading? Or
Don't
that's
change
sales
the
till
heading.
2022?
Wait,
Sorry?
go to other line. Go to other line.
Other, okay, I'm there.
Select other line. Remove that bottom row. Go to remove rows. Yeah, me see, hope you are doing
Okay.
this too. Select other line. Under
Sorry,
go to remove rows.
sorry to interrupt you. Can Emmanuel share his screen so that you can see what he's doing? Right. I think
I'm
that would
getting
be
what
better.
you're saying. Like, I'm getting exactly what you're saying. I'm already on the removers, but I can share it, no problems.
Okay.
Okay.
So remove bottom rows.
All right, so this is my screen. Can you see my screen now? So I'm already at the remove rows. Can you see my screen?
Select remove rows. Yeah, select remove rows. Remove bottom rows.
Remove bottom rows. Okay. How many number, please?
1.
Sorry, how many number of the rows?
1.
1. Okay. Thank you. Okay, that's done now.
Okay, so
So can
change the
I
data
append?
type to text. No.
to text.
Change the name of your table to pre-2022.
Okay. All right. Then the other line, should I change it to text, right?
Yeah, other line and barcode.
Okay. Barcode value.
Yeah.
All right, I've done that.
Now you can append.
Okay.
Append as new.
I should append. Okay. Is it the 2020? Okay, then it's 2023, right? Append as new. Okay.
So your second table is pre-2022.
I've appended already. So I'm changing it to sales data.
So rename it to, yeah, sales data.
All right, done. And let me check.
Can you see that you have 12 columns now?
Mm, mm.
You have 12 columns. Check out the bottom left. You see the number of columns that are present. Bottom left of your screen. Can you see 12 columns? The bottom
Yes,
left.
there are 12 columns. Complete.
Yes. So what I was
Yes, complete.
explaining is if you have a slightly different name from any of the columns, it's going to affect what you appended. So go back to 2023 and change one of the names and see what happens.
Okay, before I do that, I want to ask, so how do we know if there's a slight change in any of the names of the heading of the columns? Because I think that would be a
Do it
very
first. Do what I said you should
important
do
way
first.
to
You
claim.
see it. Do what I said you should do first. You see it. Not remove.
How do I change
Double
the name,
click on it.
please?
Double click. Double click on it. If you want to change the name of something, you double click on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so just write S at the back. Don't write S. Yeah, enter. So we go back to sales data, you see what happens. Now you have 13 columns. Can you see?
Yes, I have 13.
You have,
13
yeah, you
now.
have other lines in front, and you have,
Okay.
check the columns, check why you have 13. You have other lines in front, and you have other line at the back.
Yeah.
So the two other lines from 2023 and other line from another line from 2022. Can you see? So anytime there's a difference in the column name, when you have like an abnormal number of columns in your appended data, you already know that, oh, there's something wrong with either the column name or the data type. Do you understand?
Thank you.
You understand now? So you can go and change it back.
Yes, copy it.
So to always solve that, just make sure the column names are the same. So change it back and you see what happens.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm not now to explain. I just see your screen like that. Maybe people understand it that way. So let me know if you don't understand or if you're following.
I can stop sharing now, right?
Change. No, don't stop sharing. Don't stop sharing, please.
Okay. Okay.
Change that other line data type for 2022. So number.
This other line, right?
For 2023. For 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, change it to number.
The other line,
for 2023.
right?
For anyone, actually, change it to number.
Is it other line?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Phone number. Okay. I've changed it.
Can't see it yet.
Sorry?
I can't see it here. Edition wants to. Okay, go to sales data.
Sales data, okay. I'm on sales data now.
Yeah, I can't see it yet. So you can see it's showing ABC 123. That's the mixed data type. Can you see?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's showing it, yes.
Okay.
At the
So
top.
if you have something like that too, you also have to go and adjust your data type. So you go back to
Okay.
that 2023 and adjust it back.
To
So
the
these are
text.
yeah, change it to text.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's fine now.
Replace
It's
columns.
ABC.
Yeah, replace columns. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So you can stop sharing your screen.
All right.
I don't know if you can see my screen clearly.
Yes, I can. I can now.
Okay. So yeah, I want to show some. Let's close and apply this data and let's see what we have on Power BI. So click close and apply. Close and apply is the first option under the home button. Are you getting it? So close and apply, everybody. Let me know if we're on the same page, please.
Should we click something before that close and apply, or just number?
Just close and apply. Are you done? Yeah, Mr. Are you done?
It's loading at my end here.
Okay. Let me know if everybody else has done close and apply, please.
I am done.
Okay. So this is what I want to explain. We have three data sets here, or three tables rather. Let's use the table view. So let's move from this visual view to table view. On the left side of your Power BI, go to table view. Let me know if you are there, please. Just let me know if you are there so we can move fast. It's just to go to table view.
Yeah, I'm there.
there.
Okay, thank you. So we can see the three data sets, but it's like repeating data because 2023 and 2022 are already in sales data. Ticket. So there's no need for this 2023 and pre-2022. It's just going to defeat the whole purpose of having this appended sales data. So normally, I just came here so I could show you why we need to remove it. Normally, when you go back to transform data, so another way to go back to your Power Query is to use this transform data under the Home tab on your ribbon. Go to transform data. Under Home, you see transform data. Select it. You are now back to the Power Query page. Let me know if you are there, please. Under Home, go to transform, and you see a Power Query page. Please let me know if you are there.
Yes, I'm there.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, so I need you to right click on this 2023 and uncheck this enable load. It will say possible data loss warning, blah blah blah. But because we've not built any visual with it, and we've not built any DAX with it, it does not matter. So just click continue. You see that it's digitalized when you disable that enable load. So right click, uncheck the enable load. Do the same for pre-2022. Select pre-2022, right click, and disable this enable load option. So let me know if we've done it. So you see that both the 2023 and pre-2022 are italicized.
Yes, they are.
All right, so you can go back and click, close, and apply.
Yeah, take care.
Okay. How many tables can you see now in your Power BI?
Just
Just
one.
How many
one.
tables
Just
can you
one.
see?
Yeah.
Great. So now we have just one table. So on this one table, let's just do one quick cleaning. Go to the table view. Make sure your sales data is selected. Then change this other data and this ship dates to a proper date format. When you go to table and you select a particular column, you see column tools. I'll come again. When you select the table in your table view and select a particular column, the tools for the column will come up. The tools you can use to edit and adjust that column will come up, or to even add a new column. So for other dates, this format is not usually advised because when you select sliders, it brings up I think the US format. So change this other date to a DDMMYYY format. So go to when you select the other column, when you select the other date column, under this column tools, you'll see format. Select the drop down and select this DDMMYYY format. DDMMYYY format, the normal Nigerian format. You can see it change to what we use in Nigeria. Same thing for ship dates. Into DDMMYYYY format. Please let me know if we've done that.
Yes, I've done that.
All right, great. Thank you. So we have that already. So first of all, let's save this documents. But we still have other things that we're going to do, but let's just save this since we've come far. So you can save this on your desktop file. You go to file, save as. You know how to save normally. Let me limit intro to BI. You can limit anything you want to. It's my downloads. But please save it where you can see it. Please let me know if you are done saving. Are we done saving?
Yeah, done. Yeah.
How about the rest, please? I don't have any issues saving.
I'm through.
Done.
Okay, thank you.
I'm done saving.
Okay, so we've saved. Let's go back to transform data and see other options. Oh, yeah. Since we already have this, I said we're going to talk about bringing in other data types. So let's quickly do that. Then maybe next time we'll continue from where we stopped. So that we can have all our data at once for now. So let's go to new source. We already know how to do that now. Since we brought in sales data, sales 2022. So let's bring in let's bring in our product table. But the product table I want us to bring, they're the same. There are two product tables there. There's one that is a CSV and there's one that is it sorry, let me open it. Desktop. So we have these two product tables. We have the product that is CSV and we have the HTML documents. So let's try to bring in using HTML here. When we open the HTML, we can open it from our end. When we open this second one, this one is called product data. It's an HTML document. If we edit a notepad or if we open it, please don't type in anything here. I'm just showing you how it looks like. You can see how it looks like on Word documents. There's rows, where we can see the products, the column names, product ID, category. So this is very hard to interpret here or hard to work with here. But when you bring it into Power BI transforms it into a table for you. So let's try that. An HTML document. Since we can open in Word, we should be able to open in text. Let's see. HTML. So I'm using XML to open it. Then you go to new source, go to more, select XML, select connect. Then go to your data, where your data is stored. Go to product data, and you can see that that's the one that is showing, because that's the only HTML file there. So you select it. See the preview now. Or the preview is showing as row. Please let me know if you've gotten to this part. Go to new source, go to other or more, select XML, go to your product file, then select the product data. Then you should get here. Please let me know if we are there, if you still need help or assistance. Are we here? We're selecting a new data source from new source on your transform. New source, more, select XML. Please, I need feedback so I know we are progressing, please.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, from XML, click connect. Click connect, then product data. So it's going to show as row on your navigator. Are we here? You click OK. Then here you can change the name to product. So you don't need to change any data type here. You already have this. Let me know if we're here, please. Emmanuel, Femi, and the rest, please. Are we here?
Yes. Yes. I'm there.
Okay, thank you. So the next one we're going to do is with files. We're going to connect through folder, and then we're going to connect to our customers data for customers, customers data. So go to new source, go to more, then go to folder. I'll come again, go to new source, go to more. We're joining with folder. So this way, when you have a data that is the same thing, same columns and everything, the same way we did for the sales data, instead of appending, you can just select the folder, then click connect. So here it's bringing up folder paths. You select browse, and you can navigate to where your data is stored. So just select customer data. We're bringing in customer data. We already have sales data. We already have the product data. The last data we're bringing in now is a customer data rather, and we're bringing it as a file. Let me know if you've gotten to this part. Let me just do it again. From new source, go to more, select folder, click connect, then browse and navigate to where your data is, where your folder is. We're connecting to the customer data. Let me know if you've gotten to this part, please.
Yes, from my end, I've gotten to that part.
Okay, click OK and OK. Then you see all the tables or all the CSV files. These are files, all the CSV files in that data. This is the name of the file. If I go to my folder, this is what it looks like. Customer Central, Customer East, Customer Southwest, blah blah blah. So this is here, Customer Central, Customer East, Customer South. So it just brings all the files in that folder together. And we must make sure they have the same column names. That's the same column headers. So here we click combine and transform data. And select OK. Please let me know if we've gotten here. From new source, I've already brought in my own. Let me know if there's any other person that's brought in their own. From new source, go to more.
I've gotten
Select
mine.
folder. Okay. You already have customer data in your transform, Abi?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see, Femi. I don't know if other people are not saying anything. Here you click combine and transform, and it merges all the files or all the CSV files into your customer data. You can see the source name here, Customer Central. Right? Select this drop down. I can see all the files here, all the source files here. So we don't need this first column since the regions are already showing here. Central, East, South, West. So here you can just delete the source name. How do we delete the source name? You either select the column and you click remove columns, or you just right click and select remove. Please let me know if you've done that. That's all we're going to do for today. And tomorrow we can work on our building relationships and the other parts of the ribbon. Let me know if you remove that first column,
I've done that.
Okay, so just click close and apply.
Yes, I have.
Have you selected close and apply?
Yes, I have.
All right, so you can save it now. That will be all for today's class. So tomorrow we'll work more on exploring the other tabs
Hello.
on transformation. Yeah.
Sorry, are we saving it with another?
No, just
Are we
Control
saving it
S.
with another name?
Don't save it another name. What name do you have there? Customer
Okay.
data. So you
No,
have 3
is
tables
the
now.
name is it? Yes, we have 3 tables.
What are the names,
Yes.
please?
I have customer data. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I have customer data, I have products, and I have sales data.
Okay, so just save your work and we'll continue on Sunday. Yeah, continue on Sunday.
All right.
So please, for anybody that doesn't understand,
So we can close this, right?
Yeah, close and apply.
All right. Thank you.
Close and apply and save your work. For anyone that does not understand, please, we can always come back to watch the video. So that'll be all for today's class. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely night.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.